Hello crafty friends, welcome to Daily Dose of DIY. My name is Chris and today I'm going to show you how to make these gorgeous 3D paper butterflies. I have a free SVG file for you to use so you can make your very own. You can see that some are hanging on the wall behind me. They're great to decorate rooms. You could even add them to the front of a card for a fun little pop. The possibilities are endless and they are so cute and ready for spring. I will link you down below in the description. Be sure to check there to get to the SVG file plus your supply list and written instructions if you would like those. You really do not need very much to make these butterflies. You want 4 pieces of coordinating cardstock or pattern paper. You can see on here I use pattern paper too, so you can use just all kinds of fun colors. I will also link this to you. This is a great glitter cardstock. It does not get glitter anywhere. My husband banned glitter. Can you believe it? But this does not get glitter everywhere. He doesn't find it stuck in his beard and get mad and all that stuff. So it's a great product. I will let you know. You will also need some tacky glue. Of course, we're going to need our Cricut. I'll be using my Cricut maker today. And I'm using a blue cut mat. A green cut mat will work just fine too because this is heavier, little bit thicker cardstock. You want at least, I'm not sure the weight I have, I believe it's at least 70 pounds or higher, just so it holds its form. Of course, the pattern paper isn't that thick, it's more flimsy, but if it's in between the thick layers, it will do just fine. So once you have the SVG, you want to head on over to Design Space. I already have it uploaded in here. If you need help uploading and downloading SVGs and all that, there'll be more links for more tutorials for you in the description. I have it in Design Space now, so I'm just going to select it. If the little green comes around, shows it's selected, and click Add to Canvas. You see a little bee on there also. That is going to be my next video. We're going to do 3D bumblebees to go with our butterflies. Once it comes into Design Space, it's 7 inches by 5 inches, if they're about a little extra. You can size this and make it as big or as small as you want when they're all together. The cardstock I have is 8.5 by 11, so be mindful of the materials you're working with and how big you can go. I'm feeling we should make this one like 10 inches, you think? Yeah, that'll work. 10 inches will work. Let's make a big butterfly. Once you are happy with the size that you have chose, come over here and click the Make It button. Everything else is ready to go for you. It will sort your mats by color. So for this, the black one I had is the top, and I'm going to cut that in glitter. So I'm going to come over here and load my glitter cardstock first. And I just line up. I have hair stuck to my mat. Do any of y'all shed? I shed so bad. I have hair stuck everywhere. Okay. Have your mat somewhat clean. Paper is not as forgiving as vinyl. Vinyl has that backing. But if you have bits on your mat, you'll want to get them off so it doesn't mess up your cut. And then I line it up just along the side. And once it's lined up, smooth it down. Insert it into your Cricut. Hit the arrow, which is the go button. Get my Cricut a little closer here. And then let's go back to the screen so we know, and we can check as they're printing too, so we know which one to load next. And the colors are done for you from light to dark. If you want to change that, that's fine too. You can do it in whatever color you want. I love purple though, so that is what we're going to do today, is waiting to connect to my maker. If you have an Explorer, go ahead and turn your dial to cardstock. Once my maker connects, I'm going to go ahead and choose cardstock from the list of materials and get this cut. I will pop back in and show you how it's going. Okay, it finally connected, and actually I'm going to come in here and I'm going to choose glitter cardstock. My maker does not cut as deeply as, trying to type it, insert, there we go, glitter. It does not cut as deeply as my Explorer does. I thought of that once it came up. So I want to make sure I choose glitter cardstock for the glitter paper. And you will probably want to do the same if you know your Cricut does not cut very deeply. So I have glitter cardstock selected and my little C button's flashing. So I'm going to go ahead and push that and get it cutting. Once it finishes, I'll try not to have to talk over the Cricut. Once it finishes cutting, I'll show you how to get it on the mat, and we'll just go through and cut all the layers of this butterfly. I forgot a step. I had to back up and come and show you this. If you're using 8.5 and 11 cardstock like I am, you'll want to change your material size. You see how this is horizontal. I loaded my paper vertical. I caught it as it was doing the circle, so my cardstock's not a total waste, but you'll want to change your material size to 8.5 by 11, or at least pay attention to how they have the butterfly on the mat. Of course, that's a little bit, there we go. It took Cricut a minute to catch up. Okay, so now it is vertical, and it is the same with every mat. Once you change one, it does not change all of them, so you might want to go through and change these so that you make sure you fit on the cardstock size that you have. And we get to number 4, and you have your paper lined up the right way so you don't cut your little butterfly in half. Okay, Cricut has finished cutting the glitter. It does 2 passes for glitter cardstock. I'm just going to flip my mat over and pull the cardstock off. You don't want to bend your mat super, super tight. You might snap it, but this is the easiest way to get materials off without tearing them and bending them so they don't curl. So I'm just going to ease him off, Mr. Butterfly, off my mat. Go nice and slow. And then once your butterfly, this is our top layer, is free, you can go ahead and take your scraper tool and get rid of the rest of those bits so that our mat is clean again for the next layer. Now it's showing us light cardstock is next, and that is fine. I don't want to do 2 passes on that, so I can go to this little arrow. And if you're on an Explorer, you can just change your dial to cardstock. I'm going to go to this arrow and then select medium cardstock because that's how I want the rest cut. So I'm going to load up my mat to get the other 3 layers cut. They go nice and quick, and then we'll be back to see how to put it all together. Okay, all the layers are cut, and now it's time to put it together. The way the SVG was set up, if you follow, even if you do a different color, if you follow the shade scheme, the darkest shade is the back. If you follow a different one, that's fine. You'll just want to line them up and see which is your largest layer, and that is going to be your bottom. Once you have your bottom, find your craft glue. You can use craft glue, or this is quick dry tacky glue. You can use this or a glue stick, and you just want to add glue down to the center of the body. Excuse me. And then a little bit up on the antenna also. And then you're going to take the next biggest layer and glue it right on top. And you'll have, if you're using glue, it will be able to slide around and you'll have some wiggle room. A glue stick is a little bit more sticky. And I just like to line up the antennas. Once they're lined up, the body should be lined up pretty well, and press it down. And we are going to do this for every layer. Excuse me, I'm going to grab a drink. I have a tickle in my throat. Okay, that's better. So I'm just going to do the same thing to this layer. Add some glue down the center on the antenna and line up our next shade. Make sure our antennas are lined up. Oh, he slid on me. That's the downside of using like a tacky glue, or not a glue stick, you know, like a liquid glue, is it could slide after you have it set. So get him set, and then we will go on to the last layer. Add glue down the center. And then we add the gorgeous glitter paper to the top. Now you might want to let him set a minute to make sure he gets good and dry. But I'm going to keep trucking along. Get the glue off my table. I'm going to hold my finger in the center just in case it does slide a little bit. But next, all you do is bend up the wings. On each side. You can see how that's sticking out now. The back could use a little more bend. It's sticking up now and giving us that beautiful 3D effect. Once you have both sides done, fluff them up a little bit. And you have made a gorgeous 3D paper butterfly with paper glitter. It is very quick and easy, and once again, I have the free SVG file for you in my SVG library. I will give you all the links down to that down below. Stay tuned for our next video. We're going to make a bumblebee that will complement these and look just as cute. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the bumblebee video.